am not recording. I'm so sorry. I will start recording. What did you say? Sorry about the Spanish.
Oh, just that it would have been great if we actually spoke Spanish. We're working on it.
You speak Spanish?
No,
we can do it in Spanish.
We're working on it, but we haven't gotten there yet.
You should.
I know.
Yeah.
But it's okay. We can do it in English.
Good.
So let's start this. You both are stunned, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me a little bit about you, about your career? When did you start and how was it? Each of you.
I started about 6 years ago. I went to stunt school in LA, Stunt Performers Academy. And from then I just kind of
one second, please. I'm so sorry for interrupt you.
Yeah.
Could you put the camera a little bit down here? Because you have a space over your head.
How's that?
Like me, like no space.
More?
Less space.
More.
Yeah.
There you go. No, we're like short.
Is that too little?
No, it's like short. No, up if you want. A little bit upper. Upper. Yeah, something like this. Like not too down, not too up. Yeah, I think there is
more
perfect.
done. Okay.
Good. So now, how did you start, Ambyr?
I started 6 years ago. I went to LA for a stunt school, Stunt Performers Academy. And from there, I just started getting jobs in Utah. And I've just been doing it ever since. Yeah.
Why did you want to be a stunt?
It's exciting. I was very athletic. Yes. I was very athletic, just from growing up and doing sports and martial arts and things. And I was on set. I had done like a background job, and then I did like I got on set doing electrical work, and I saw a guy doing like stunts and like getting blown up and crawling on walls. I'm like, that's so cool. I could that's something I would want to do. And he got me a job from a girl from the Netherlands. And from there, I've been like hooked on it. Like there's nothing better. It seems so fitting with my kind of like background in sports.
And you, Gabriel?
I started in film in 1998, mostly doing art department, decorating sets, dressing sets, that sort of thing. And I had a ranch and horses, and so I got hired to like drive horses, like a horse and buggy or a horse-drawn sleigh in the snow, and that sort of thing from local stunt coordinators, and always liked stunts and just tried to like do any stunts that I could. And so my entry into that was through the horses and doing horse work, rearing a horse or falling off a horse, that sort of thing. And that was how Ambyr and I met, was on set, and she had done stunts and I had done stunts, and so we started talking, and the rest was history.
But before talk about your love story, why you want to be a stunt? I know about the horses, but you and yourself, why you say, yeah, I want to do that?
I've always just kind of lived an exciting life. Like I enjoyed
the circus.
Yeah, I kind of ran away with the circus when I was 16, juggling and riding a unicycle and balancing stuff, and BMX, biking, that sort of thing. Just kind of an adrenaline junkie. Just enjoyed that sort of lifestyle. Was willing to jump in and do whatever, just exciting things. So naturally, stunts it's full of that. So I was always drawn to that. I mean, even in 7th grade, we had to write a paper about what we wanted to do when we grew up. I wrote a paper on being a stunt performer, on being a stunt man, in 7th grade. So like, it's always been something I thought was really, really neat. And then when I entered the film industry at 18 in the art department, exciting job and tons of fun, but of course stunts are way more fun. So any opportunity I get to do that, I do.
But you are not afraid about the risk? About the risk
No.
that is...
You only live once, and if you're good at something like falling and
and obviously we take all the precautions, and we try to do it as safely as we can. But yeah, I mean, there's risk involved, but that's okay.
But what about the risk of love? You.
Yeah, that's the
That was
dangerous
the
one.
most thing I was afraid of. Like, I've never been afraid of anything else, like jumping off of buildings, getting blown up, like anything. When it came to like having a boyfriend or even a husband, I'm like, I don't know what to do.
That was probably
Yeah,
the
I
biggest
think I mentioned once, like in an interview when we were doing our whole wedding thing, the stunt portion when we were getting lit on fire was probably the moment that I felt most calm and like in control than the entire wedding. Like everything else was like terrifying. Like all the planning, all the walking down the aisle, like saying my vows. I'm like, this is terrifying. But like getting lit on fire, I'm like, yeah, I got this.
And talking about your wedding, well, okay, we will talk about how did you start later, but now you bring the topic. So how did you decide to do this wedding with fire? And it was viral, by the way. Everybody was talking about you both.
That was surprising. Didn't plan on that. That was a surprise as we were on our honeymoon. As far as like the idea of like getting set on fire, that was just something that like our passion is our job, and we do it 13 plus hours a day. We're like, that's what we do. We're like always working, and we don't really get enough time to see the family members or the friends outside of our job. So we decided to bring like our job to them. We brought the film industry to them and a production and the movie. And so we like that was, I calmed it down a little bit. Like I initially, like we had a different venue and we're jumping off the balconies and boxes and like doing the fight scenes. And Gabriel was just like, can we like just have a normal, like a slightly normal wedding? Like, fine.
Let's scale it down a little bit.
So,
That was not a normal wedding.
No.
So, but she wanted to do like all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
We ended up scaling it back with like, let's pick one really good thing that we can do.
Most symbolic.
Yeah.
And I feel.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I just feel like.
But why fire? Why fire and no water or ice?
Passion.
Well, you know, people, you know, you'll have like they light the candle, like they each take a candle and they light one together, and so why not light ourselves?
It's the unity.
Come together
it's
as one flame.
Like the bonding. It's the flame. It's the passion. It's the energy. It's like you're afraid of it, yet you welcome it because like you're afraid of fire, but you light it to keep you warm and to like have light to see where you're going, like all the good things, but you're still like you don't know what to do with the fire, you know. So it's like that's kind of like what love is. You're afraid of it because there's that scary side of it, but then all the good things about what fire can bring to a relationship and to love and to just your life. I think it's just so symbolic.
It's like the fire that you feel when you see each other.
Yeah.
So
in your heart and in your body. literally.
Yeah.
So we wanted to share that with our friends and family, and so we decided on that and went for it.
And what did they say? And what did people say? Because your wedding was viral.
Yeah. So we didn't tell everybody ahead of time. There was about 10% of the wedding guests that knew what was going on, and that was like her brothers who were part of the fire line. So we didn't have like a maid of honor and a best man in a traditional wedding line. Instead, we had a fire line, and her brothers had fire extinguishers to put us out at the end of our walk. So there's about 10% of the people that knew. Most of the people did not know until the day. And we kind of had a board with the schedule, like, you know, cake cutting and champagne toast and that. And then we just had behind the scenes, and we just kind of left that open. And when that time slot came up, we started getting ready for our burn, and we had to get a permit through the fire department and with the fire chief. So they pulled up in front of the building, and people are kind of like, "Oh,
why is there a fire truck?"
What's going on?
And then our DJ, we had like a fire playlist. So during like the behind the scenes, he started playing fire related music, like all the different fire songs. And then we went and like, hey, like the bride and groom are going to be doing like behind the scenes of what they do in their profession. Like, and so we started getting ready to do the fire stunt. So we started like, everybody went outside and we started getting our outfits on and the gel and like all the things that like they could watch like behind the scenes, us getting ready. And then we explained more what we're doing. And then like we had a safety meeting after, and then we had everybody line up, and then we did our fire burn. So that's kind of how it like transitioned. That's pretty cool.
Wow.
Because when we're on set, like we're working so much that like we don't see family, but also we don't get to bring family members on set because it's a closed set. It's like
that you want to show your profession to your family, like share your passion for being stunned with your family.
Yeah.
So that's what that was.
But what I don't understand is like they knew about it, or it was a surprise.
It was
because if it was a surprise, they got scared, no? Like, oh, what's going on?
Yeah.
Or so, that part I don't get. Tell me.
Yeah. So once we started getting ready, they knew that there was something going on. We were putting on our fire retardant underlayers. Obviously, the fire truck was there, so they knew some sort of stunt was about to happen. And then when we started walking, initially the bouquet lights up, so they think like, oh, they're lighting the bouquet on fire, and then we went up. So it was, I guess, mostly a surprise. But I mean, if you were savvy, you figured like, well, obviously something's gonna happen.
Yeah, because our family knows what we do for our job, and they've seen some pretty crazy stuff, like us getting blown up or us getting stabbed, or like, and even the children have an idea of what's going on with us too, and they're not afraid. They know who we are. They know that like it's all just a movie and they're safe, and what we do, they look up to us and they're like, oh my gosh, Aunt Ambyr and Uncle Jessup, they're so cool, like we want to be them. So they know like what's real and what's not real, so they were kind of mentally prepared for it.
The grandparents were like, that's too much, like don't go that far, why are you
like why can't you just have a normal wedding? Old school.
Exactly, but I think everybody loved it. But another question that I didn't get it was real fire over
So we have a stunt team that we work with. So we did probably like 2 months of training and practice burns, slowly getting bigger and bigger with the fire, starting with just an arm, going to an arm and a shoulder, like individual and then together. Like, so we slowly worked up to this big of a burn. And we had like a 6-person stunt team that was there that we trained with and worked with. We had the special effects team that was there with the squibs to light us on fire. And we were able to pull that because of our jobs in the film industry. Obviously, we had those resources that we could pull from. And then we had the fire department there as a backup. We had an EMT and an ambulance there as a backup, just in case.
For prevention. But that's why you say you use a costume.
So
a special crew or something in the body, or how do you protect yourself?
All of it.
So we have 3 layers of fire protectant clothing on underneath my suit, underneath her dress. She's wearing a balaclava over her head and then a wig, so her hair doesn't get burned. And then I just had fire gel all over my face and the back of my head, and we both had fire gel on our hands and our faces.
And you also with the makeup, even with the makeup, you can put the gel
and then just smear it over the top of it.
After that, makeup's all ruined, but it's definitely protects you from getting burned. So I was sacrificing the cute face for the gel.
So,
and because we don't have it's not easy for I mean, what you are doing, nobody do it. So how a human being can feel fire over their skin?
It's
it gets warm.
Yeah, you have to hold your breath. Like if you breathe in, you suck the flames in and you can burn your inside. So there's a lot of like emotional and mental training that goes into it too, that you have to just like, there's a lot as far as a stunt professional goes. And so it's not just like feeling the heat, it's all the things you have to be like communicating. You have to be like aware of what you're feeling. If there's any hot spots, you have to make sure there's air movement and all the things. Or if you start to feel the heat too much, it's too late and you can potentially get burned. So you have to be aware of what's going on at every moment.
So that was kind of why we talked about, like, you know, there's all the stresses of the wedding day and the jitters and all of that. But once we got to that actual burn time, like that was when Ambyr and I like that's what we know. That's when we connect. So we light up and everyone's excited and we're on fire, but Ambyr and I are talking the whole time. And it's like, okay, move a little faster. Like I'm feeling it on the backs of my ears and on the back of my head. We got to walk a little bit faster. Okay, pick up the pace a little bit. How are you doing? I'm doing good. Okay, I had to drop the bouquet. Okay, let's step forward. Like we're like in sync, like just moving as one unit on fire for that whole stunt. So it's like it's great and it's fun, but like really through the whole day, like that's when we like connect the most. And you have to be like in sync with that person that you're on fire with so that you're both safe. And you know, that was kind of why we chose that as the stunt to do. Is it takes complete unity to do that sort of thing. So it was a lot of fun. It was really neat, and we were successful. Like it worked out. No one got hurt.
And that sounds romantic, like we were sync and connected with the fire. Even if we get burned, it doesn't matter. But you can just last question. You can talk even with the fire.
No,
right?
Yes.
So as long as you've got some wind in your face and the flames are pulled back, you're okay to talk. And that's where the communication comes in. We have to keep the pace good. If we had slowed down, like she had a wig and her head protected, but I was open and I just had some gel. So had we gone slower, those flames would have come around my face. And then if I breathed in, I could suck those flames in and burn my sinuses or burn my mouth. So that's where that communication comes in. Like we have to keep moving forward. We got to move a little faster. The flame's getting a little bit bigger. I need more forward momentum so that it doesn't come around the sides. You know, I'm feeling it on my ears. We got to push into it a little bit. So that's where that communication comes in, because had we slowed or not been in communication and she slowed, so then I slowed down and pulled behind her, then the flames wrap around your face and that's when you get into trouble. So
if you're trying to talk and then you can so
oh my god. And how long it was?
It was about a 28-second burn, which we were hoping to get we were really shooting for like over 30, get like 35, 40 seconds.
And that's a really long burn.
That's a long time to be on fire. The wind had died down a little bit, so as we had to pick up our pace walking to keep some breeze in our face. Had there been a headwind, we could have slowed the pace a little bit and gone a little slower. But that's part of that, just like you have to be in the moment and reacting to what's going on and in communication with one another to
wow,
make it through.
Incredible. And now let's go back a little bit. How was your how did you met each other? You say doing a stunt or something like that?
Oh, so we met on set working on the same movie. I was doing art department on that show, so I wasn't doing stunts on that show. But we worked the same movie and we met, and I bow hunt and she wanted to learn to do archery. And so I offered to teach her how to shoot.
She wants to meet you.
So I offered to teach her how to shoot a bow, and that was that. It was all.
He was good at it, so I'm like, okay, he really is, capable. So
and we just kept hanging out since then, and
made really good friends. He got along very, very well with my family, which is a big thing. My dad likes nobody. and just loved him. And I'm like, okay, it could be something. And then
we dated for a few years, and I popped the question, and she said yes.
Scary.
And you did the proposal doing an stone also, or no? Something different.
No.
We were hiking.
Because I see that you're very creative. Hiking, exactly.
He was. Oh my gosh. Okay, so he had the ring in his pocket as we were snowmobiling up our family's like cabin area, but he had like somehow fallen off of the back of the snowmobile and was being dragged behind it. And it was like cutting a hole in the pocket, and all I could think about was like, I hope I don't lose this ring. I hope I don't lose this ring. And then like you finally get up to the top of it, and he like popped it. I'm like, where did you have this ring? He's like, in my pocket. I'm like, but you were getting drugged behind the snowmobile. Like, how did it stay in your pocket? He's like, meant to be. I don't know. It was pretty good.
In the peak of the mountain, he proposed.
Yeah. And in a cave.
So we snowmobiled up to the cabin and then hiked up to a cave that we had found the summer before. And we were just kind of looking out over the horizon, watching the sun. And she was talking about how perfect the day had been. And I was like, oh man, this is the time for sure. And got down on one knee and asked her to marry me. And
3 times.
She was like, you're kidding. I'm like,
I didn't believe him.
Like, no, for real. Like, will you marry me? She's like, you're joking. I'm like, I'm not joking. Will you marry me? So ask me again. So I asked her again, and she said yes.
Oh, that's so cute. And have you ever worked in a movie together doing a stunt also?
Yeah.
Just this last summer we got to do one. I think a Netflix show, a Netflix show with Lindsay Lohan and Cord Overstreet.
Yeah.
And Ambyr was the double for Lindsay Lohan, and I was the double for Cord Overstreet. And so we worked that one together. They were
He was my love interest.
Yeah. So they were like love interests in the movie, and we doubled both of them.
That was amazing story. The couple in the movie, you were the couple also.
Yeah.
It worked out really well.
Yeah.
That's nice. And well, now talking about yourself, I would like to know which movie have you been stung by? Any famous movie that you can tell me?
I think for it? Like there's a lot of like US ones and Mexico ones. Like I don't know, you probably know like Kate Del Castillo and what is there, like Elifer Torres. Like I was their doubles. Kate Del Castillo had one that was like hunting Ava Bravo. That's the first time I met her.
You were stung for Kate Del Castillo?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. In which movie? Tell me.
It's called Hunting Ava Bravo. And it just came out. Yeah. And then Elifer Torres, she was like Ugly Betty kind of a thing, or like she did something like, so I was her stunt double, and that movie hasn't come out yet. It's still being made. And the working title on that was like Give Me Your Eyes. And she like played a blind girl in that one. She did amazing. But I know that both of them worked together in a couple of, or maybe not work together, but we're friends. And so like we had like a conversation about the two, because I loved working with Kate. Like she's a sweetheart. And then I was like, oh my gosh, like from Mexico? Yeah, like you're from Mexico too. Like, and she's like, yeah, we're best friends. And I'm like, oh, cute. But Elifer was way cute. So I like working with her too.
What did you do for Kate? Like which activity? Like
I fell into a pit of spikes. I did a lot of her snowmobiling stuff. I did a lot of her snowmobile crashing. I did like a lot of the running through the snowy fields and like getting thrown around and hit by like her assailants. Like I don't know like what I can say to like give away the story of them.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
But a lot of like the hard pounding like heavy fighting impact stuff like that she does. Yeah, but she's awesome. Like she does stunts herself too. Like she does like motorcycle racing and stuff. I'm like, I like this girl. She's hardcore. So she did a lot of stuff herself too. But I did like sucking up fake snow for her and like running through the snow. I'm like, I'm freezing. Yeah.
Stuff that's like a liability to production on
Yeah,
that particular
yeah.
shoot. If she does that, maybe she can't get through production. So you
Yeah.
gotta step in and do it.
Wow. And you, for which movie, Gabriel?
So for myself, like the Netflix show I've done, there was a show called The Jade Pendant that I got to do a bunch of fun horse stuff on. I got to like get shot and rear a horse up and fall off a horse and that sort of thing. That was kind of where I got my start was with the horse thing. So the horse stunts are super fun for me.
And
Just
that sci-fi one.
which sci-fi
where you
one was
did the
that?
horses. The one I did, but I didn't even know you by then. Like from Australia.
Yeah, nothing that I could call out that you might recognize. A lot of lower budget stuff, but just like if they need a guy that can come in on horseback and do some fun stuff. Outpost series.
Yeah.
Just like riding horses fast through the trees and dodging logs and that sort of thing. And then horse-drawn buggies, horse-drawn carriages, that
Military commercials.
A team of horses. Yeah, I did some military stuff on motorcycles in the woods through trees and over logs for the U.S. military. We did a like Marines, Navy, Army commercial, that sort of stuff.
And your life of both have been in risk doing any stunt activity?
Yeah, I mean, there's always a risk.
Which is a riskier? Which is a risk? The riskier.
Jumping out of a semi as it's rolling down the down the street.
That was probably her most risky stunt, was jumping out of a semi truck as it rolled down the highway.
It like sped down the highway. Yeah, because there wasn't I had no experience prior to jumping out of a semi.
It's hard to practice that.
And it was in snow, and I had like risque clothes on because it was like a sex trafficking video, like to try to like give awareness of sex trafficking and like a woman who went through that. And so jumping out of a semi was pretty intense because you can't really practice that very well. You just gotta have to like jump out and fall right. Yeah, you hope I trained to fall correctly, so that makes a big difference, but you never know,
Yeah.
So
for myself, it would be probably one of the Western scenes with like fire and guns going off and having to fall off a horse with like an angry mob around, because there's so much potential for danger anytime you enter a horse into the picture. Like they don't know what's going on, and there was a scene I did with like an angry mob with pitchforks and guns shooting off, and I had to fall off of the horse. So you have to make sure they don't trample on you or anything like that. So you have to make sure everything's planned out as best you can, and you have another stunt person there that can step in and kind of move that horse away as you're on the ground so you don't get trampled. So that's probably like the most risk I've had doing a stunt is not getting trampled on by a horse, falling correctly.
Wow, incredible. Wow, guys, you are both amazing guys. Congratulations for that. Congratulations for that wedding. Where was your honeymoon, by the way? I'm curious because you're very creative.
Oh,
the honeymoon. Where was it?
We had spent 6 weeks in Belize
before the wedding.
Just before the wedding, and so and then we have a trip to Tahiti planned in June. So for our honeymoon, we drove across the country and camped at national parks and went mountain biking and rappelled off of the cliffs in Maine. Yeah. We were out on the coast of Maine, rappelled off the cliffs and did some rock climbing
over the ocean.
And just spent a couple of weeks camping, just being together, and
that's nice. You love the nature. You like the nature, no?
Yeah.
Spend time with the nature. Sure. That's amazing. That's amazing. Congratulations. Thank you very much for sharing your story with us. Something that would you like to add?
I guess mostly what we've been adding is that we did take every precaution necessary before we did the burn, from training to permitting to having fire and EMT on hand, and it's definitely not something anyone at
should
home
try.
should try. Like it's
Yeah.
not. Don't watch the video on TikTok and think I'm gonna light myself on fire. Like there was a lot of prep work that went into this.
Yeah.
So please, please, please don't try this at home.
Okay. I always say, I finish my note, the video saying, my name is Karina Nova, and you say, I am Gabriel and Ambyr. Which city are you in the US?
Yes.
Yes.
Utah.
In Utah. I am Gabriel and Ambyr from Utah.
Okay.
And
We
I
can do
say,
that. Yeah.
and I say, y esto es the three we said, al extremo. The show is exactly al extremo.
Al extremo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
We
I
can do
keep
that.
like doing like this.
Al extremo.
And you
Al
stay like
extremo.
stay like that until I say, okay, we are done. So
Okay.
keep your hands
Okay.
here.
Al
Okay.
extremo.
Okay.
Okay, let's do it. Let's see. Mi nombre es Karina Nova.
I am Gabriel from Utah.
Mi nombre es Ambyr Michelle.
Y esto es al extremo.
Al extremo.
Al extremo.
Great. Can we do
Do we do it
another
again?
one? Just when I say
And
my
say
name,
Utah.
say it quickly.
Okay. And do we say
No, because he
Utah?
say
Okay.
it. So it's okay.
Okay.
He said it.
Okay.
Okay, let's do it. Mi nombre es Karina Nova.
I'm Gabriel Jessup.
Mi nombre es Ambyr Michelle.
From Utah. You mean Utah.
From Utah.
I'm Gabriel
Okay.
from Utah.
Gabriel, okay. Okay, so you
We'll
say
try it
Utah.
again.
Okay.
Yeah, any of you.
Okay.
Oh, okay. From Utah.
Okay. Mi nombre es Karina Nova.
I'm Gabriel Jessup from Utah.
Mi nombre es Ambyr Michelle de Utah.
Y esto es al extremo.
Yes. Al
Al
extremo.
No, but you don't say esto es. You just say al extremo.
Oh, okay.
I say y esto es, and the three al extremo.
Okay.
Okay. Let's do it. Mi nombre es Karina Nova.
I'm Gabriel Jessup from Utah.
Mi nombre es Ambyr Michelle de Utah.
Y esto es al extremo.
Al extremo.
Al extremo.
Perfect. Thank you very much, guys, for your time. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Congratulations.
Thanks
And we
so much, guys.
keep in touch. Come to Mexico
Okay,
City
sounds good.
soon.
We'd love
So,
to. Okay.
thank you very
Bye.
Bye-bye.